are you feeling about kneeling diamond? The sun is out and the temps are up. Do you know the people in your neighborhood? Eagles, most definitely. The wash machine. They don't want to keep them crisp white unis clean. Dirt stains and grass stains come with. Galileo, here we go. The purple sons of G House, ready to carpe diem. Whom will seize the day? For whom doth the bell toll? Let there be no ambiguity. It tolls for you. In the beginning there was inning number 1. For the Eagles, Allen busts out his Ticonderoga. Graphite over the outside border. He sets them down in order. Dropping to the bottom of the frame by the same name. Runners at second and third. High chopper running on contact. Elliott Hartman brings it home. Makoa Lawler slaps it on him. And that's the way that story goes. Except there's more story. A couple of batters later, the bases are juiced for Liam Troy, and it's coming off his bat at a high rate of speed. That hot shot chases 2 runs home. Wash scores 4 total in the frame to take the early advantage. Tapatio, top of 2. Too much spicy mustard from Allen, who's rising to the challenge of his rivals. Bottom 2, gal starter Cody Young with a sneaky little breaker starts high, cuts across the belt to retire the batter looking. Very next batter, Nick Wilson, meet and greet out in front of the plate. He shoots it through the hole, would steal a couple of bases and score. Drake Chafin strolls up to the plate and he's swinging a mighty stick. He unloads and over the left fielder's head it goes. And Drake don't want no stinking double. He don't want no stinking triple. He wants the whole enchilada. He motors all the way home into the arms of his teammates' congratulatory celebration. Eagles clicking on all cylinders. Purple got to make a stand, man. And it's the Riddler at shortstop, Zane Ridley, who comes up smooth with it to end the frame. But more damage has occurred. Allen continues his strong showing as he mows down another one. And then this happened. Theo Sox out the box, hustling, every day he be doing that. And after all the rigmarole on the right side, he beats out a hard-earned hit, the first in the game for the G House. My sources tell me he's a Player of the Year candidate. At shortstop, Zane Ridley, as deep in the hole as you can get, he slings it on over for the first out in the bottom of the third. Slow grounder, high grass. Elliott Hartman is smooth with it. Clean exchange. Fireball over to first base for the second out of the frame. And for the third out of the inning, Cody going solo, man. He kicks and delivers and slices off a sliver of the irregular pentagon, the shape we call home plate. Makoa Lawler at the dish. He turns on one and it takes an awkward bounce off the lip of the infield grass and it's headed down the line. Fernando Chavez on his horse and he's sliding across the plate for Galileo's first run of the game. But Allen, up on the slab, has seen enough of that mess and he ends the inning with 2 consecutive Ks. The former forward, the latter backwards to hold the damage to minimal. Nick Wilson sees the curve early and times it up perfectly, but left fielder Shai Jaree Underin has got it played perfectly and slides on over for the can o' corn. Runners at second and third, less than 2 outs. Do your job! Calm down, Isaac. Malcolm Choi is on his J.O.B. Ground ball, right side, RBI delivery. 12-6 is the movement on this nasty curve from Cody Young to get out of the inning without yielding another run. Nick Wilson has got his fingerprints all over this contest. He charges everything Purdy to make the tough play look easy. Late break on the fastball from Allen Awe. He had 7 Ks total on the day in 5 2/3 innings work. They call him Kung Fu Panda, and he announces his arrival in a big-time way, unleashing his fury. Are you not entertained? Matthew Lee at second base with a double of the stand-up variety. And you never know where or when you're gonna find it, but the love is all around us. All we have to do is open up our eyes. Reliever Elliot Hartman is throwing dancing darts, the movement tailing away to both frustrate and retire the batter. The Riddler keeps swinging away. Back up the box, he sends it for his second hit of the afternoon. Third baseman Dominic Tarrin hits the dirt to pick it clean, and around the horn it goes. They can't turn the double play, but they do get 1 out, and it is always more beneficial when that out is the leading runner. Second baseman Liam Choi makes the whole kit and caboodle irrelevant when he deftly maneuvers about the traffic, throws across his body to help the Eagles get out of the inning unscathed and bring his mates to the plate. Dominic Tarrin appreciates that, man, as he makes the most of his last at-bat, placing it perfectly and dropping it in there for a single. Closer Rami Sadar shuts him down with the strikeout. And pouncing is what pandas do best, especially those of the Kung Fu species. Matthew Lee throws behind the runner. 2, 3, 4, count up. DP for the final out of this contest. Pain upon losing. Joy when you win. It can be no other way. And afterwards, the tradition of stepping across the plate, shaking your opponent's hand, and saying those 2 fabled words. Good game. Good game. And how do you deal with that anxiety, nervousness, before you hit the hill?
To be honest, I just do that. I just try to get all the nerves out when I'm throwing my bullpen before the game. And I just try to take deep breaths. In and out.
Where is the joy in baseball specifically?
I've just been playing since I was really young. I grew like a connection to it. I really like the pace of the game.
And what's important about a positive attitude in this sport or any sport?
Having a positive attitude can take you a long way, because if you have a bad attitude, the coaches aren't going to like you.
That's funny. Sorry.